What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Bryan Bresee, defensive lineman from Clemson. He's 6'5" and 305 pounds, and this guy's kind of a hard player to evaluate. Because he's a guy you kind of have to look at, this past year and then, the year prior as well. You have to look at some 2021 tape because he's two very different players. Because he tore his ACL in 2021, and after the ACL tear, he looks like a completely different player. So, before the ACL tear, he was a super bursty, mostly a 3-tech was what I was seeing, and that player is an easy top 15 pick for sure. Like, super explosive, super, crazy talented 3-tech that just pops off the screen, every game you watch from him. But after the ACL tear, he loses a lot of that explosiveness. He's still a good player, regardless, but he's a completely different player. Now he's more of a guy that plays with control, plays with strength, and looks more like a 3-4 defensive end that's, built for 2-gapping. And I think he'd be pretty good at that, and I think he can also give you some snaps with, 1-tech if you're, a multiple styles scheme type of thing. So it's very difficult to really say. I think if you can get him in the second round, especially if his medicals clear out and at the combine, I think either way you're getting a good player. You're either getting a guy that can play 3-4 defensive end for you at a pretty good level, because he does play with good control, plays with good strength, everything like that, holds his blocks well, and can absolutely take on some double teams. At the very least, you're getting that. And even if you are a 4-3 team, you can line him up at 1-tech, and he'll still be a really good player for you, really good run stopper. And then if, his ACL heals and he gets closer to what he was before the ACL tear, you've got an elite 3-tech on your hands. And he can play 3-4 defensive end, too, at a very elite level, if you can get him back to where he was before the injury. So either way, the floor is you're getting a really good player. The ACL tear is still scary because you're worried about, future injuries. But the player he is now is very good, but the guy he was before is an elite level player. So it's very interesting. I don't know if I would want to draft him in the first round, just because I think that the player he is right now isn't a first round talent. He just isn't. He's more of a second round guy. But the upside is so high. I am curious to see which team puts their nuts on the table and drafts this dude. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. Have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.